All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather, and Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns still trying to sign Gervonta Tank Davis, who, according to his trainer, is still a free agent. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We are in the lightweight division talking about one of the biggest stars in boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, and the words that came from Eddie Hearn about the offers that he is still trying to make to Gervonta Davis, and also word floating out there in the street that Gervonta is still a free agent and has not yet officially re-signed with Mayweather Promotions. Let's talk about that in this video, but before we get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. Subscribers and supporters, thank you so much for your ongoing support on the channel, watching the videos, watching the live streams on a daily basis. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to press the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of when we release more videos, which we do on a daily basis. All right, so one of the biggest questions that have been going around the boxing world, and which just got bigger, in my opinion, off of the performance of Gervonta Tank Davis, is what is he going to do next as far as the promotion, as far as who is going to promote him, what network and what things he's going to be fighting on. Now, after the fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr., Gervonta Davis said, he didn't get on the mic. He said it to the press as he was walking out with Leonard Ellerbe and still Mayweather Promotions. So that to me made me believe, and most people believe, that he is going to be re-signed, or he did re-sign with Mayweather Promotions. However, word is coming out that he is still a free agent. And, you know, I don't know if he's the free agent in the sense of, like, you know, what Eddie Reynoso does, where the press breaks what Canelo Alvarez's next fight's going to be, and then Eddie Reynoso gets on Twitter and says, "Oh no, that's not true. That we're still negotiating. We'll wait until we make the final announcement." And then he turns around and does exactly what Mike Coppinger said he was going to do in the first place, right? So very well could be that type of situation. But Eddie Hearn again has reiterated that he is going to reach out to Gervonta Davis. He's going to send him a direct message and inquire as to whether or not he would be interested in signing with DAZN or MATCHROOM and or DAZN. Now, he said at the same time, you know, we're not going to do anything to interfere with anyone's contract, right? However, we're going to make a big offer to get Gervonta Tank Davis over here with us and pretty much try to steal the work that Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Heyman and Showtime Sports put in behind and to help develop Gervonta Davis. Now, do I feel sorry for them if he leaves? No, I do not, because that's just kind of what it is. You know, you help somebody develop, they become a big star, and they try to maximize their potential. Do I think he's actually going to leave to go over there? No. Why? Because I think he's not stupid. And that would be more than likely a bad decision. Or let me put it this way. If he did it, it would be an exception to the rule, where going over to Eddie Hearn and DAZN and leaving a situation like that would actually improve his career, because most of the other people that have done that career has taken a bit of a nosedive when they took the money from DAZN. The one chief exception to that is Devin Haney, who left Showtime and left the PBC, went over and signed, or left Showtime because he was fighting on Showtime. He was never advised by Al Heyman, I do not believe, and definitely was not with Mayweather Promotions. He had his father, I believe, is his advisor and manager. And so they took the money and went over there to DAZN, made good money, did not improve his visibility in at all, but I can't say that he took a loss doing that. However, Daniel Jacobs, specifically Demetrius Andrade, guys like Tevin Farmer, even Canelo Alvarez Canelo Alvarez got a lot of money as far as his, as far as his guaranteed fees and things like that went. But as far as the growth of his name and his brand, that took that at the very least, flatlined, as in not dead flatlined, but flatlined in the sense that it didn't go up or down, but lately it looks like it has actually went down. When you look at the ticket sales for the last fight that he had against Bivol and the pay-per-view sales that have been reported for the ones that he had with Bivol. So to me, with Gervonta Davis in such an trajectory, a positive trajectory in his career, for him to jump over to Eddie Hearn and be promoted for fights in the United States doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because what's he going to do if he goes and signs with the guy? He's going to wind up fighting a lot of Eastern European fighters, or he's going to fight a lot of British fighters, a lot of Eastern European fighters, and because that's who MATCHROOM and DAZN has to offer him to fight. Now, I'm sure they will pay him a lot of money because his name and the knockouts that he gets will be excellent for the DAZN brand and the MATCHROOM brand. But in the long haul, I doubt very much that is going to help Gervonta Davis get to the point where his potential is, because his potential, if you look at who the really big stars have been, those have been guys that have managed to keep their names and keep their faces in front of the most boxing fans. And then when their opportunity to have a major fight it comes up, and they're able to take advantage of it, and they're able to not just get the fight, but actually able to perform and win in the fight, those guys typically go to the stratosphere. Now, it just so happens that one of the fights that is there for Gervonta Davis that could do that for him could be Ryan Garcia, right? But Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy, and he does fight on DAZN. However, that does not necessarily, because it's on that app, if they fight on that app, then they're pretty much going to be shuttered in to a limited amount of people that will see it. Versus when you're on Showtime, which in the United States has a lot broader reach than DAZN does. And I'm not quite sure why people don't understand that, because the money is in the United States. That's where Gervonta Davis is from. He's selling out these different arenas. And plus the ability for Eddie Hearn to actually have ground, boot on the ground type of promotions has not been proven in the United States. And I think that I still believe that there is more to effectively promoting a fighter than just what you say, than talking to a mic to promote, to media people, to reporters. You actually have to get into the community, make visits into that community, have connections with that community to get people to come out to those fights, to be able to have connections with other celebrities that can bring and talk about you and get your name out there. That's not something that Eddie Hearn has been able to do in the United States, but something that Floyd and Gervonta have most definitely been able to do, getting the Shaquille O'Neals, getting all those other guys that spread your name and talk about you on their social media and help you grow. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has all those connections. Gervonta has all those connections. Showtime has those connections, and they've been doing the best job for him. But I'm sure that what Eddie Hearn, what the very least Gervonta Davis can do is get the offer. He absolutely positively should get an offer from Eddie Hearn if he's a free agent. Just say, okay, yeah, what are you talking about? Let me hear what you're talking about. Send Al Heyman to talk to him, have Al Heyman talk to him, figure out what the offer is, and then get in a situation where if they don't match the dollars associated with it, you feel like they've, where your worth to other people have been taken in consideration. And if you wind up staying, you wind up staying. I do think, however, that it would be a bad decision for the trajectory of his career in the long term to go with Eddie Hearn, because they've just not been very good at all of growing anybody's name in the United States. And again, case in point, Devin Haney, who has to go to Top Rank in order to even get the best fight, to get to get that undisputed fight. So anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.